My grandma really fucked up when she got me this microphone for Christmas. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Wes Anderson. The Jesus for indie cinephiles. I know a lot of the Wes Anderson meat riders are not going to be very keen of my takes, but I have a Royal Tenenbaums tattoo, so I think my opinion's pretty valid. And this is my lock screen, so let me talk my shit. Before this video gets started, I just want to do a couple things.
You need to leave.
Let's get started with this video, shall we? First up, we got Bottle Rocket, one of the first Wes Anderson films. It was an inspiration from the short film made by the Olsen brothers, and they are my favorite pair of brothers. Very talented, and one is definitely more attractive than the other. And I won't say who. It's a perfect heist movie. It's nothing like your other Wes Anderson films. This movie's emphasis isn't on the scenery or the coloring, or it really doesn't have any of that Wes Anderson touch. It has love, adventure, crime, sadness. I genuinely like this movie a lot. I just watched it recently, and as in recently, I mean I just finished it this morning. It's a solid movie. There's not a lot I can complain about it. It kept me entertained the entire time, which I can't lie is kind of hard to do when it's a Wes Anderson film. So, you're going to B tier. Next up, we have Rushmore, one of Wes Anderson's inappropriate love stories, which I think is a common theme in a lot of his films. As someone who grew up having crushes on their teachers, this film is pretty personal to me. It follows Max, who is a child, who befriends a grown adult named Herman, and Max becomes upset when his grown adult friend gains a crush on another grown adult that happens to be Max's teacher, because Max has a crush on his teacher. But it is a good movie. I don't hear it talked about enough, honestly. One of my favorite, Wes Anderson movies. It's genuinely good, and that could just be my childhood trauma of liking teachers talking. Now, The Royal Tenenbaums, my holy grail. I genuinely love this movie. Like I said earlier, I have a tattoo of this movie. It shows a perfect representation of chaotic, dysfunctional family. This movie is another one of Wes Anderson films with an inappropriate love story, but I ate it up. Eye-opening movie for me. It really got my creative juices flowing. I made a couple projects with this movie in mind, this movie encouraging me and just having a lot of influence on my art and photography. Obviously, that's getting S tier. Now we have The Life Aquatic, which I feel like is a movie that surrounds the haunting feeling of old age, and you're getting too old to fix these past bonds that you have and mending these old relationships. And honestly, this is the only documentary I think I will ever watch. It was very good for its time with its beautiful scenery, and it's genuinely one of the funniest Wes Anderson movies I think there is. With it coming out in 2004, it truly is a movie of its time, and it lives up to the hype that it is lacking. With that being said, that can also get a nice little B tier. The Darjeeling Limited, I feel like it's a very niche one of Wes Anderson's films because it has a very small following behind it, but I believe it's one of the most raw and sensitive feeling films out of all of them. It touches loss and abandonment in a beautiful way. I like this movie. I feel like more people genuinely need to watch this movie. And even though a lot of Wes Anderson movies touch a serious subject, this one I feel hits hard. So, I'm going to give this one an A. Moonrise Kingdom, I feel, follows a child's imagination. Although this all may actually have happened, when I watched this movie, I just saw it through the eyes of a child, because I know when I was younger, everything seemed exaggerated. But it definitely is not one of my favorites. And with that being said, I'm putting it in C. Sue me. The Grand Budapest Hotel, one of the first Wes Anderson films I have ever seen. It is just like every other Wes Anderson film, a story within a story with many twists and turns. But, with all that being said, it very much confused me, and it was hard for me to follow along. So, it's getting a C. The French Dispatch had every actor you'd want to see in a Wes Anderson film, and I was truly excited to watch it. But, again, it confused me. I did not like it very much. Loved every single cast member. But, last but certainly not least, we have Asteroid City, one of the only Wes Anderson movies I was able to see in theaters. It's a sci-fi movie we always wanted and continuously asked for. When you thought he did it all, he did the unimaginable and added aliens. The first time I did see this movie in theaters, I was high. And it made no sense. But even while impaired, I knew that this was a good fucking movie. So I had to go back while sober and watch it again, and that's what I did. I love Asteroid City.
While editing that video, I realized that my vocabulary is not very broad. It's, all I know is good, bad, genuinely, and honestly. My 4 favorite words. So, I'm by no means a film critic. I'm just someone that has a Letterboxd account and likes to talk into a microphone. So, this should not reach film YouTube realm, but it definitely was fun to make and hell to edit. Not because it was hard, just because I had to listen to myself speak for a long time. So, yeah, that was my tier list for everyone wondering. And I hope you guys enjoyed and took it all to heart. And I changed your opinion on every single movie. Yeah, that's it.